What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow me on TikTok, all that good stuff. So let's get into it. A bit of news has come out recently regarding Manny Pacquiao. Now, Pacquiao, to his credit, did score a draw in his last fight, and to be fair, I felt that Pacquiao probably done enough to nick that fight, to win that fight. I felt his, in terms of winning rounds, I thought Pacquiao probably won more rounds in there against Mario Barrios. So he could have easily got the decision. They scored it a draw. But the news on him is that they're in deep negotiations to fight the WBA champion, who is Rolando Romero, and they're in apparently deep negotiations to fight Rolly Romero. And in terms of a date, they don't have an exact date, but what they're looking at is January of next year. So January 2026 is around the time they're looking to make this fight between Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero. And for me, at the end of the day, I think obviously with Manny Pacquiao, he did show that he's not quite his old self. Obviously, there's a bit of slippage, but I felt that overall he performed very well there for a guy that he's not far off 50 years old, and he was able to go in there with a much younger guy and compete and do very well, like arguably pretty much win the fight against a guy that's much younger. Admittedly, of the guys he could have fought, Mario Barrios was the weak link as far as the champions went at the weight. So yes, it was a obviously hand-picked opponent, and obviously the sanctioning bodies, because of the name value of Manny Pacquiao, them go straight to the top. But he was the easier option. But still, at the same time, you got to go in there and beat him, and things can go wrong. And Pacquiao done very well. So I see why they're kind of doing this, because Manny Pacquiao did look pretty good the last time he was in a ring. And I mean, Rolly Romero again, the kind of fighter who he's decent. Romero can box a bit. The danger for Pacquiao is the fact that Rolly Romero can also punch pretty hard. So if he could catch Manny Pacquiao with something and take him out possibly. So there's a bit of danger there, but I think overall Rolly Romero is not sort of an elite fighter, but he's good enough to cause Pacquiao problems, and he could catch Pacquiao, as I said, with something big and maybe take him out. At the very least, he's got the potential to hurt Manny Pacquiao. He's not an elite fighter, but he is a fighter with a belt. So I think I can definitely see the marketing with this, and I can see, as long as Pacquiao sort of able to stay on his feet, I think this is a fight that he can win. As much as I would normally go for the sort of younger, fresher guy, and yeah, maybe you can slightly edge it towards Rolly Romero, but if Pacquiao's still got the bit between his teeth, I mean, Rolly Romero, there's things about him that can be exploited. He's quite, as I say, he's quite limited in what he does. But he's not the fastest. He's not got the best ring IQ. And yeah, I think Pacquiao, with a decent game plan, can kind of exploit the holes in his game, and he's got at least a realistic possibility to beat a guy like Rolly Romero on points. And if he does that, he'll be 47 at the time. If that fight goes ahead in January next year, he'll be 47 years old. and it will be quite some achievement. And I think it's at least somewhat realistic. I mean, others may disagree, but I think there is a realistic chance that Manny Pacquiao could beat Rolly Romero, just because Pacquiao seems to have that bit left, and I don't think Rolly Romero is the style of boxer that's gonna get, where Manny Pacquiao will have massive problems. I think if you're a guy that, I think what would probably give Pacquiao problems is a guy that can move, a guy that's fast, fast, sharp. A kind of Boots Ennis style of where they can sort of get in, get out, and they can bamboozle and confuse you. But I think a limited guy like Rolly Romero gives Manny Pacquiao a realistic chance. So, I'll keep an eye out for more news on that. But let me know what you think about this, that next year, January 2026, we could be getting Rolly Romero versus Manny Pacquiao for the WBA title. So let me know your thoughts. Until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.